It's Richard here from the Siebel Hub. In this short walkthrough video, we're going to investigate in more detail the functionality of the New button in the Installed Assets applet of the Customer Portal as part of our series looking into asset-based ordering. The first important feature to note is that upon clicking the New button for the first time, a new quote is created, and we are able to add products and services to the quote as normal. However, if we return to the same account and click the New button in the Installed Assets applet again in the same session, we will observe that no new quote is created. In fact, we are returned to the same quote document. This functionality is managed using a profile attribute to store the active quote ID. As we'll see in a moment, the profile attribute is both get and set during some of the SISOMPT workflow processes. Looking in more detail at the workflow behind the New button, we can observe the first step is a Siebel operation of type query for the account, and followed by accessing one or other sub-process depending on whether this is a quote or an order functionality. The sub-process, which you can see here, has a get profile attribute as its first main step and a set profile attribute as its last step to ensure the active quote ID is both retrieved and recorded. Of course, even if the active quote ID is not null, the quote may no longer be usable. It may be cancelled, it may simply be deleted from the database. So there is a Siebel operation of type query to validate that the quote is still accessible. Let us for a moment assume that there is no active quote, in which case the decision point will branch to one of the two Siebel operations of type insert to create a quote. Why are there two Siebel operations? Because there are two different sets of fields that are populated depending on whether this is a normal quote or a quote using network ordering. Returning to the calling process, once the sub-process has returned, the final step uses the shopping cart service, the goToView method, to send the user to the relevant view. There is a degree of logic behind this because there are several possible views, depending on whether we are using this in an orders context, a quotes context, or a network ordering quote context. Next time, we'll investigate the Modify button. Until then, have fun.